There's a kid in your neighborhood right now who has something important to say, but they won't say it. Not because they're shy, not because they don't have the words, but because somewhere along the line, they learned that speaking up makes things worse. I'm talking about the child who sits quietly while adults make decisions about their life, the teenager who nods along even when they disagree, the young person who's mastered the art of becoming invisible. And the scary part? Most of us taught them to be this way, without even realizing it. Let me tell you about Marcus, 8 years old, smart kid. One day at dinner, he interrupts his dad to say the stove is still on. His dad snaps back. Adults are talking. Wait your turn. The kitchen nearly catches fire 20 minutes later. Marcus doesn't interrupt anymore, even when it's important. This is what psychologists call learned helplessness, mixed with something darker, learned silence. It happens when a child's attempts to communicate are repeatedly shut down, ignored, or punished. Their brain starts making a calculation. Speaking up equals negative consequences. Staying quiet equals safety. The process is almost invisible. It starts with small moments, a parent who's too stressed to listen, a teacher who dismisses a question as stupid, a sibling who mocks them for having feelings. Each time, the child's brain is taking notes, testing the waters, learning the rules of engagement. And here's what makes this so dangerous. By the time anyone notices the silence, the damage is already years deep. Think about the phrases we use without thinking. Because I said so. Stop asking why. You're too young to understand. Every single one of these teaches a child that their thoughts don't matter, that curiosity is annoying, that authority should never be questioned. Now imagine hearing that 50 times, 100 times, 1,000 times before you turn 10. The neuroscience here is wild. When children are repeatedly silenced, their prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for self-expression and decision-making, literally develops differently. They become hyper-vigilant to social cues, constantly scanning for whether it's safe to speak. Their nervous system stays in a low-grade state of threat. These kids grow up to be adults who apologize for having opinions, who says sorry before asking questions, who stay in bad relationships because they never learned their voice had power. They become the employees who never pitch ideas, the partners who never express needs, the parents who repeat the cycle. But there's something even more heartbreaking that happens when a child learns not to speak up, something most people never connect with. They stop speaking to themselves. That internal voice that says, "This doesn't feel right," or "I deserve better," gets quieter and quieter. They lose access to their own intuition, their own sense of truth. They can be sitting in a room full of red flags and not hear a single alarm bell because they've trained themselves not to listen. The saddest part? These kids often get praised for being easy, well-behaved, no trouble at all. Their silence gets mistaken for maturity. Their compliance gets rewarded. Meanwhile, they're drowning in words they'll never say. So what do we do about this? If you're a parent, teacher, or anyone who's around kids, start noticing when you shut them down. Not the bratty interruptions, I mean the real moments, when they're trying to tell you something matters to them, when they're expressing a boundary, when they're asking uncomfortable questions. Listen to the quiet kids especially, the ones who've already learned the lesson. Ask them direct questions. Wait through the long pauses. Show them that their voice taking up space isn't a burden. Because a child who learns to speak up doesn't just become more confident, they become someone who can advocate for themselves, who can spot danger, who can build relationships based on honesty instead of fear. They become someone who trusts their own mind. That 8-year-old who tried to tell his dad about the stove, he's not broken. None of them are. They just need one person to prove that speaking up won't make the world come crashing down. Maybe that person is you.